Howie Long, Fox Sports here on the Rich Eisen Show. It looks like the Chargers have a better chance of hosting a championship game now than the Rams, and you were at that Rams-Eagles game on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Who did we learn about more in that game, do you think? If I gave you a choice between the Rams and the Eagles, who did we learn about more as a viability of a threat in this year's playoff race?
Well, for the Eagles, it's, they back themselves into a corner. They've had a slew of injuries in key spots. I thought Smallwood gave them a real burst in the run game, and once that run game gets settled in, and the two tackles, did a phenomenal job. And when you're talking about blocking, a guy like the Rams have, Aaron Donald, you're talking about a kind of a group effort, and it's always a group effort. And he's going to get doubled probably 70-80% of the time. And you take your chances with everyone else, and you leave your tackles on an island, and and Nick, for whatever reason, and I read and have seen people give a perspective on what's different in the offense. I think there's a when you're game planning for an opponent, you've got a quarterback like a Carson Wentz or a fill in the blank, whoever the quarterback is. You tend to kind of just say, well, Carson will bail us out. So you're not scheming things up to help the quarterback necessarily, and I'm not sure if that's the case, but I think they work within the game plan on making things run easier for the backup, and he has the opportunity to kind of make more plays around the field, and certainly Alshon Jeffrey, I think, was a beneficiary of that the other night. Some blown coverages. For the Rams, for me, the blown coverages on defense are one thing, and then obviously the punt fumble at the end of the game, which was a huge swing moment in the game. But on offense, and it's the same thing you saw in Minnesota. Minnesota decided to run the football, and all of a sudden the quarterback looks better, the receivers look better, the defense looks better, everything looks better if you can run the football. But you have to be committed to running the football. And Todd Gurley right now is not right physically. And if they can't, everything they do, now they miss Cooper Kupp, the wide receiver, everything they do centers off of Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley makes everything, in my mind, makes everything go. He makes your protection better. He makes your quarterback better, who's an on-schedule thrower. He's not a guy who can throw off platform, reset, and throw. He's a rhythm thrower. 1, 2, 3, go through my reads, bang. And there's so much of their offensive success this year has come on play-action pass. And play-action pass is a byproduct of what? Todd Gurley. The screen game. When they can mix it up and keep you, is it a jab? Is it a left hook? Is it an overhand right? And the overhand right comes off of the run game. And when they get their run game back on track, I'm a Todd Gurley fan, and I think Sean McVay is a brilliant young coach, but I really think Todd Gurley makes that whole thing go.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.